So you gotta be starting something. You got to be starting something. So you gotta be starting something. Got to be starting something out in the open. Get up and get up now. Out in the open. Get up and get up now. Why I started with Michael Jackson, because all day today, since I woke up this morning, I was getting in the shower and got this. I got an inspiration. I was talking to myself in the showers when I usually get my inspirations, my downloads. As I get out of the way and spirit starts streaming in. And I heard I should talk about the gods of the Bible today. And I was like, uh, on the Lord's Day, you want me to go talk about the gods of the Bible on the Lord's Day? Are you kidding me? I said, okay, you can't ask me to go talk about the gods of the Bible on the Lord's Day, their Lord's Day. So I kept pushing it back, and it kept bringing in my head. God, talk about the gods of the Bible today. Talk about the gods of the Bible today. It's not like they think that it is. And I kept saying, no, I'm not going to talk about the gods of of the Bible on the Lord's Day. Yes, I know the truth. And yes, I know the truth, and I know how it is with everything, but I noticed there's still some conditioning because I know the truth. But I was like, you can't expect me to go tell the truth on the Lord's Day. These Christians will lynch me. Because it's Sunday when I'm taping this video where I'm at. I don't know when you will see it, but on the day that it's been taped and posted, it's Sunday for me. So I kept dragging all day. And just when a few minutes ago, when I brought my son to bed, and I stood up from the couch and walked to the sliding door to go upstairs, I started singing. So you want to be starting something, got to be starting something. So you want to be starting something, got to be starting something out in the open. And I kept singing the chorus of the Michael Jackson song the whole time, during the shower, when we got up. And when we were getting ready, I was getting my son ready to go to bed. It just dawned on me. I was like, you still want me to bring this message? And I heard, yes. You got to go start something. So I was like, okay. So now I'm here, all shiny with my lotion on my lotions. I'm here to bring this message to talk. Let's talk about the gods of the Bible. Maybe if you hear something in the back, that's my daughter. So I said, okay, I'm going to talk about the gods of the Bible. You know, I don't read the Bible. I live by it. He's sending all these, okay, not he, it. It's masculine, nor feminine. It's both. It's an energy. It's consciousness, spirit, source, God. And he kept said, I don't read the Bible. But all these biblical channelers and content creators are not channelers, so they hear me call them channelers, content creators that are reading scripture and explaining scripture. It sends all these people to me, and when they read their scripture of the day, I'm like, okay, it resonates, it's true. So I always know there's truth in the Bible. I've always known, but I was like, why would I even read a book if I know the whole system is rigged? So I won't. I will just, because that's the thing. I know God is within me. I know God is me, you, we are our God expressing itself in all these different ways to experience itself. So you are God. Let's get that straight. That was one thing that the people who worship on this day don't want to acknowledge and cannot are robbing themselves of, because they're robbing themselves of their power. But so I was like, okay, let's talk about the gods, because it's plural. It's not God, it's gods. And those gods are, let's just dive right in, are extraterrestrials that came here, that made mankind to their image. Not God the creator of all, but extraterrestrials, high consciousness beings that came down here, created us from a hominid that was already here, created by God, the creator of all, with the spark of God inside of it, the light of God inside of it. They came, they created us to their image. So when you look in the mirror, you are looking at them, and they are the ones that you read about in the Bible. They made the early humans believe that they were gods because they came from the sky down to earth, created us, and because they were higher in consciousness and had more technology and more advanced technology and more knowledge than we had, because they created us, they convinced us that they were our gods, but they were not. And even they knew that they did something by creating us that wasn't in line with God, the creator of all, and that they one day had to have a system about it. So they knew that they were not God, but they made us believe that they were. And the day that I am talking about are Anu, Enlil, and Enki. Anu is the father of Enlil and Enki, and Enki is the one that said, let's make man to our image. Those exact words were found in the older texts, like the Enuma Elish. And Anu, their father, who came here first, was the god of um, in the Sumerian text. So if you read all those old texts and the Epic of Gilgamesh and the Epic of Atrahasis and have all these old texts, and you lay them next to the Bible, a lot of them are one-on-one copies. And those texts are way older than the Bible, but civilizations way before the Bible. So so when God, the creator of all, because God, the creator of all, talks to you, because it's consciousness. But to be able to hear and speak to God, you have to open your heart, because that's where it resides, in your upper heart. And to get there, you have to unlock your heart. You have to open your heart. You have to be able to let the consciousness of Christ, the Christ consciousness, flow through you. It's not like Jesus comes back, like that Jesus will come back and there will be this man ascending down from heaven, coming to judge the righteous from the wicked. And no, the return, Jesus said, the return of Christ. It's the return of the Christ consciousness. It's a way of thinking, it's a mindset, it's a perspective of life. It's when you see divinity in everything and everyone around you. It's when you are able to love everything and everyone around you because you see God in them, in it. You see the Creator in everything around you. And when you know that you are from the Creator, you are the Creator, and everything around you is created by the Creator. And when you see the creation, you see the Creator in everything that it's created, you can't be nothing but love. And you can't be nothing but loving. And that's when you reached Christ consciousness. And to me, the, the reason why you are here is to bring this light, this Christ consciousness into this earth, anchor it here, so you may experience heaven on earth. It's not like that you have been told in the Bible and by a church that you will go to heaven after you're done here. That is the trick. That is not why you came here. Because if you wait to go to heaven after your death, you will just reincarnate here, because you have not fulfilled the purpose for which you have came here. You come here to bring heaven to earth. And to get to heaven on earth, you have to go within. You have to face your shadows. You have to face your demons. And speaking about demons, I think this is going to be a long one today, because I don't know how I'm going to be able to explain this shortly. It's not because it's taken me all these years to get all this knowledge and be guided to everything and put everything to one. And I'm here to share my crazy brain with y'all when it makes all these links. But speaking about demons, how am I going to explain this? The thing is, you are light and you have a shadow, right? Okay. If God is consciousness, source is light, and evil, darkness, devil is shadow, you have to also know how that concept works. It's literally yin and yang, fitting in one. The light is Christ consciousness, is source within you. But when you came down here, you got a shadow, because the light can't see its shadow. In your shadow, because now it gets, how am I going to explain this? Okay, you. I have to explain this. In your shadow, people say you have to go through the darkness to get to the light, and that's true. You have to go through the darkness to get to the light, because you have to dig out everything that's in your shadow, heal it, see it, accept it, release it, so you can rise. Because everything in this world is energy and vibration. I don't know how I'm going to explain this. Everything is energy and vibration. Let's start there. And if everything is energy and vibration, well, the higher vibrating emotions like happiness, joy, gratitude, or higher vibrating emotions. And then you have that's light. Then you have lower vibrating emotions like sadness and pain and negativity and anger and resentment and jealousy. Those are lower vibrating energies. And those are considered dark. That's darkness. And to when you come down here, or when you reincarnate here, you descend into lower density, in the lower density plane. The Earth 3D is a lower density plane. And in this lower density, you have these lower vibrational emotions. And to transcend, because it's about ascending, transcending these lower vibrational emotions, you have to heal what's these lower vibrational emotions within you. And how do you recognize those lower vibrational frequencies within you, emotions, is by your triggers. You get triggered by a situation, by a person, and usually you react and say that person is triggering you, while in reality, that's what that person or that situation that triggers you is just showing you where you are still holding on to that lower vibrational frequency, where you are not free yet, because you are a light being and you got weighed down by all these lower vibrational frequencies, all these emotions. So when you get triggered, you get shown where you are not free yet, where you are holding on to a lower vibrational frequency that just wants to be released so it can go and you can vibrate higher and you can feel and be more happier as you want to be. And yeah, let's keep it to that because it's all these layers. It's all these layers. But what you need to realize also is that you are not just this body. You are your soul. Your soul is consciousness, higher consciousness, which fragmented from source, which now is channeled, linked down in this body experience, in this 3D experience. And your soul wants this body to experience heaven, the 5D, on in the 3D. And to get there, it has to ascend through all this darkness to get to the 5D and experience while it's in this 3D body, in this 3D earth, where you have all these senses, the smell, the taste, the feeling, the seeing, to experience this world to the fullest. But we are not given all the knowledge when you get down here. Because there is another game being played on this plane by other energies, other entities with another agenda, which is to keep all these souls tied here in a reincarnation loop, because there are beings here that live through that lower vibrational frequency. That's their sustenance, that's their food. And so, to keep themselves alive, they created this matrix where they trap all these light bodies, all these souls in a reincarnation loop, keep them distracted by television and entertainment, give them foods and games, and they will be docile. And that's what's been going on since the beginning of time. Don't want you to wake up to realize to who and what you really are, and the power that is within you, not wanting you to realize that it's you that runs ish here. They keep us distracted. They force you to go to school, they force you to have a job, they force you, not force you, because they make you believe and think that it's a privilege to have all these things. And that it's a privilege that you have these governments watching over you, because apparently you are not capable and smart enough to be a decent human being and take care of yourself. So they make you believe that you need all these things and give your freedom away so they can look out for you, take care of you, not realizing that they are controlling you. So to really understand this place, this earth where we are in, you have to get the knowledge, question everything, and ask yourself, go within and ask yourself what it is that you really want from this life. And then you will find out that it's very different from the life that you are living. And then it's a peeling of an onion. And every more information that you get, the more conscious you become, the more your things that you have before your eyes fall off. How do you call those things? We call them oogkleppen. I don't know. They fall off. You see more. You become more aware. You literally are rising in frequency. I've discovered that the path to happiness is indeed through the darkness. Heal your wounds. Heal your traumas. Heal your past lives. If you're a generational curse breaker, heal your ancestors. Go within. Find those traumas. Face your fears. Face your triggers. When you get triggered, ask yourself, what in this is triggering me? When did I recognize that I felt this feeling before? The first time. When did I felt like this? And what is this trigger telling me? What is this emotion telling me? Well, maybe if it's fear, what am I afraid of? Am I afraid of being rejected? Am I afraid of being abandoned? Am I afraid of being judged? Ask yourself what that fear is, because usually it's a fear that's underneath that trigger, underneath that wound that's been triggering you. It's fear and doubt and manipulation with which they control us in this matrix. If you face your fears, you will be much harder to be manipulated. If you are fearless, You are uncontrollable. I became fearless. That's why I'm sitting here. I had to overcome all these fears. I had this debilitating fear of being seen. I didn't understand why until I faced it and healed and healed and healed and healed and healed because that wound went deep and went all the way back to an ancestor. But when I healed that, look at me now. I'm just sitting here like it's nothing. And I still can't believe that I am doing this. I'm so amazed of myself. At the same time, I'm so proud of myself because I did it. I faced my fears and saw them for the lies that they are. Ooh, that was deep. I'm going to say that again. I faced my fears and saw them for the lies that they are, that they were, because that's the truth. No matter what fear you have, it's a lie. It's a lie. I am telling you, it's a lie. No matter what fear you have, it's a lie. Because when you face that fear and you find out that it was just, not just, but when you look at it and you heal it, and it was that it? Yeah. Because maybe it was something that happened in your childhood and someone said something to you and you were like, and you held on to that. And that little version of you that heard that, that got hurt by it or saw it, is from that moment on trying to prevent you from experiencing that again. It's been protecting you. It's been protecting you. And triggers that came from it and the way that you started reacting when that wound got triggered was your protection to prevent you to ever feel like that again. But when you go and on the search and investigate that trigger, dig deeper, and you get to this maybe 4-year-old child version of you, and you go back to that situation when you got that trigger, and you look at that situation now as an adult, and you're like, oh, it was never like that. That was the perspective of a 4-year-old looking at that situation and thought, oh, that never again. But now as an adult going back and you look at the situation and like, oh baby, I understood how that may look like that to you at that age. But hey, you've grown up now. You're a woman of what age? Man of what age? Strong. You know better now. When that happened to you, there was no one to advocate for you. There was no one looking out for you. There was no one to protect you. But you know what? I am here for you now. And I will make sure that nobody ever makes you feel like that again. I got us from this moment on. I love you and I thank you for protecting me all these years. But baby girl, you have done your job. I will do it from now on. You go be you. Go be a child. You're safe. You're protected. Because I got us from now on. And when you do that, for yourself, for all these little versions of you in your shadow, waiting there, screaming at you through your triggers, to see them, to acknowledge them, to free them, to love them. That's how you take your power back. That's how things change. So, to experience this heaven on earth, you will have to face your shadow. And your shadow is not as scary as you think. I've run from my shadow a long time, even though I always was very introspective and always have been. Not was, that's like I just stopped with it. No, it just keeps going. I always was very introspective. I've always saw people's wounds and their triggers, and always interested in psychology, like why people's behavior. Why do people behave the way they behave, and what's underneath that? So I could always observe everyone around me and read people. People have no idea what I know about them. That is sometimes they don't even know because they don't see themselves. They don't always hear themselves when they're talking. But I'm very observant. So I would take in everything what the person shows me, all their words, and my brain would be like beep 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 beep. Ding. I'm like, oh, that is because of this, and oh, that is because of what you told me last year. Okay, now I understand. Okay, now I get. Oh, the situation is like now I know who I have in front of me. And still, I would see their soul, their beautiful souls. But their humans were not always in line with their souls. And if you're not aware that there are two energies inside of you, we are aware. We are aware, but we do not really realize how it works, really, and to what extent. Because we all had our demon time. And we would say, oh, I'm going on demon time. Or when you get real mad and you choose to like, okay, I'm going there. I'm dragging your ass to hell and back. We would say that to people or to ourselves. So we know we have these two energies within us, but because they talked, they made us believe that one is really bad and one other is that's the goal. That's what you have to strive for. You have to eliminate the shadow completely and only be love and light to be a good person. And I found that that's not true. It's about balance. It's yin and yang. You need both. But you need to realize, and this is the truth that they didn't tell us, is that dark entity, which is empire, which is here, that are using darkness and the low vibrational energies to trap our lights here, to feed off of, they use your shadow, the wounds that are not healed, to use you, us, me. I was used also. I've tap danced for the devil many a years. Now I'm tap dancing for source. If I can tap dance for the devil for all these years, I can tap dance for source for the rest. But I healed the portals to which darkness had his grip on me. Because it's through your wounds, your unhealed wounds, that darkness can come in and use you as a puppet. Because how many times you got really angry and said things that you knew would hurt the other person? I've said things a lot of time knowing that I know it's gonna hurt, but I wanted you to hurt. That's darkness. You have to admit it. That's the devil. Because every wound that you cause to another causes a wound, a trauma through which darkness can use them. So we are just entrapping each other here. And the devil is just sitting back and laughing like, mission accomplished. And even when you decide that you have enough of it, or that you decide you don't know how to heal your wounds, but you want to know, like, I just want a purpose in life. I want to surrender myself to this higher consciousness, because everybody knows and everybody feels that there is something there. And you go to church, or you join a religion. You join a religion. You just go so far, because they will just tell you, give it all to your God. But they will not tell you, they will just tell you to pray about it, not to face it. Yeah, face it with, how do I say that? Religion is also a soul trap, because all the religions, all of them, promise you heaven after you die. You have to die first to get to heaven. They don't tell you that heaven and hell is a state of mind. When your thoughts are positive, high vibrational love, that's heaven. You see the world different. You see the world in a lighter place. You have nice experiences in the same world. My life, my days, if I should believe the people around me and the news, apparently everybody around me, this place is doomed. We're going to hell. It's going to explode. And I'm here like, I'm happy. I'm experiencing heaven on earth. I'm so happy. Everything is fine. When I go on the streets, I don't see nothing of the doom and gloom. I don't see it. I don't experience it. And that's why I realized, like, whoa, so many people living in hell, they don't even realize it. Because when you are in negativity all day, watching the news, complaining all day, judging all day, being busy with other people's lives all day, baby, that's hell. That's hell. Because that's low vibrational energy. So you're vibrating at a low frequency, and that feels tough. I've been there. I've crawled myself out of there. It took me a while. Because misery loves company. And I didn't realize that everybody around me, when everybody is experiencing what you're experiencing, I'm not even experiencing what you're experiencing, but yes, everybody is experiencing what you're experiencing. Y'all don't see that you're in hell. And everybody's in hell. You don't see that we're in hell. It's when I dragged myself out of it. And now that I'm at this point and looking back, and I'm like, I've been in hell my whole life without realizing it. I realized it because when I was looking around, I would see like, don't you see that we're in hell? Look at how we treat each other, like how the world treats us, each other, how we treat the animal, how we treat nature, how we treat each other, how we treat everything. This is hell. This is not love. Because I've always instinctively known that love is the way to go. And I couldn't understand. And I knew I was in hell. I knew, but if everyone around you is acting like it's normal, then you start thinking, okay, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I don't see it well. So I tried to fit in hell and wonder why I couldn't fit in. I couldn't because my light is too bright. I was never meant to come here and fit in hell. I was meant to come here and experience it, pull myself out, and be an example to the rest that are stuck in hell. And it's just a state of mind, not just a state of mind, because I can now talk about it like it's easy, but it's hard. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's easy. You just do this and this and this, and then you get out of hell. It took me 13 years. Not 13 years, my whole life, but 13 years, 24/7, 365. And when I would tell to people, oh, what are you doing? I was like, other spiritual people, and I would be telling them, like, yeah, you have to be aware 24/7. You have to catch yourself on your conditioning and programs and all these things 24/7. And they were like, oh, no, no, I don't want to do that. It's too much work. And I'm like, and now I would realize, like, am I doing too much? Am I being different again? Because I realized and saw, like, bro, there's a lot of things to heal here, apart from the ancestral part. Okay, I had to heal everything in between before I got to the ancestral part. So that's why, no, not before I got to the ancestral part, before I got to the ancestors and healed the true deep wounds, because I was just healing layer by layer by layer by layer. And I was like, some things just keep coming back, and kept healing and healing. And that's how I found out that, oh, wait, it goes way deeper than I thought. And there was a point that I was like, am I supposed to be healing the rest of my life? Because I don't want to do that. But I haven't healed completely, but there, where I am now, I know, okay, if I just keep in check, if I keep in step, like Source told me, keep in step. And I move, you move. If I just keep moving when spirit is moving, I will not have that much to be healing. Because now I am aware. I know. I now choose consciously, not subconsciously. You have to become aware. Yes, you have free will, but your free will is usually exerted through triggers unconsciously. You have to become conscious. And to become conscious, you have to let go of the weight that's weighing you down. It's like a balloon, an air balloon, a basket with all the bags on it with sand. If you want to go high, you have to release the weight in those bags. Well, that's what you got to do. If you're an air balloon and you're drifting to a mountain, if you don't want to crash, you have to let go of the weight so you can rise higher and soar over it, even if the other the bottom of the map of the basket scrapes on top of the mountain. But you made it. You didn't crash. And so you will be motivated to keep letting go of the weight. I didn't know we were going this way today. I was here to talk about the gods of the Bible, but we ended up here. I'm just floating with spirit where the wind blows. So that's what you gotta do. The truth is, you are this multi-dimensional, powerful being. You are the creator. You create ish here. You. It's us. It's all of us who created this bitch. Yeah, I don't know. This mess. But it was because we were unconscious. We were under a spell. We were under control by these darker beings, these dark forces, trying to keep us trapped. But the time is changing. We are ascending. We are rising. Why? Because we're waking up. The sun, the real creator, the life giver, sun, the Son of God. Not the Sun, S-O-N, no, S-U-N. That's what the illumination, the halo. Leo in astrology, the star. Oh no, no, I'm not getting into astrology now. No, because then it's going to be, because we're 46 minutes in, it's going to be a much longer video. I will get to that another video, another day. But to really understand this plane that we are in, it's so multi-dimensional, it's so super layered, it's so, you got the 3D, the spiritual, it's everything. But to get to the point, it's everything as above, so below. All that's up there is also inside of you. So you want to understand up there, you have to go within. Converse with the creator of all within you. But then you have to open this heart to hear it speak. When you are in alignment, once it's speaking to you now, and that's what the thing I was back to the gods of the Bible. Those three, the original Trinity, Anu, Enlil, and Enki. Father, Son, the original Trinity. It's not, I'm not making this up. It's not me saying this. Go do your own research. You can just Google it now. Google the Anunnaki. Google Enlil. Google Enki. Google Anu. Google Nibiru. It's not me saying this. You can do your own research. I urge you to do your own research so you can get more understanding of this multi-layered holographic, because it's a hologram. It's not even real. I'm still wrapping my head around that, but this shit is stranger than fiction. The more knowledge I get, the weirder it gets. The more knowledge I get, the weirder it gets. This plane, this body, this everything is wild. It's wild. But if you understand, and it's a game, when you understand that this is a game that's being played here, that we are just characters in a movie, in a game, whatever you want to call it, you will stop taking it all this serious. And when you stop taking all this in yourself so serious, you will allow yourself to start playing this game. That's when it gets fun. That's when it gets fun. I'm so excited every day to wake up and be like, what magic and miracles will be coming my way today. What will it be? What will this day bring? I don't know, but I'm open for it. I never knew. I'm just sitting here and I'm talking and I hear myself talking and I'm like, I cannot believe that I'm here. Believe this was just a dream. And I have arrived. And I've arrived and then some. Because now I'm like, what is this? But it's wild. And the one thing, because I'm gonna stop this, it's been going on for a while now. I just want you to know if you're here until this point, is this thing that I want you to know. I know it's hard because the thing that you are here to do is to choose you. And this world where we came in, we got conditioned from the day that we were born because our parents were conditioned a certain way. They, even though if they may have said, I'm going to do it different than my parents did, they just did a few things different and conditioned you still and traumatized you still because that's how the system works. Get them young, traumatize them well, and get them in this fall. So if you're here, it means that you have started choosing yourself or you're on the path of choosing yourself. And that's hard because in a world where we have been conditioned to put other people's needs and wants before your own, and that if you choose yourself, you're being selfish, apart from all the conditioning that you got from school, your parents, friends, the system, on how you should be, who you should be. If you're here, that means that you are unraveling all of this. You're peeling the layers of the onion of you. And if you needed some encouragement, this is your encouragement to keep going. I'm not where I want to be yet, but where I am now, I wish this for everyone. And I didn't even scratch the surface. I've got everything I need to sustain myself and my family. But it's not the lavish life that I want for us. But how I feel right now, I feel like I've reached that already. So I can only imagine what's around the corner for me. What's how I'm going to feel next year, how I'm going to feel the year after. This is just the beginning. I don't know. I will sign 10,000 times for what I'm having now. So I can only imagine what's coming. But if you need some encouragement, keep pushing. This is your encouragement. Keep pushing. Keep choosing you. It will cost you a lot. It will cost you maybe everything. But it will bring you to you. It will bring you to you. I sacrificed everything. Kicking and screaming. It wasn't like I was just like, oh, okay, I will give up my relationship. Okay, I will give up my job. Okay, I will give up. No, I too wanted all of that. I wanted these worldly belongings. I always know I am from this in this world, but I'm not from this world because I never felt fitting in. I was always looking up to the sky, like, take me home, come take me, come get me. I don't want to be here. I was like, why are you doing that? Because I've always known I'm not from here, and I've always known that this can't be. Nah, this is not for me. I don't understand why they treat each other like this. I can't. So it took me a while, oh, maybe until last year before I was like, okay, I belong here. I will do the best I can. But I tried to fit in because I never fit in. I tried to follow the conditioning. I really did. I tried my best, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. There was this innate, deep faith and belief in myself and in something bigger than me that was guiding me. Now I know it was God, but I spirit source, but I didn't know then. I thought I was being blasphemous, especially in church, asking them questions. Keep asking them questions till they said, you don't have to come to Bible study, children's Bible study anymore. You can stay upstairs with the adults. I felt like I was doing the wrong thing, but I always knew and felt something is off. This is not truth. And they were speaking, and I would just feel and know, like, that's a lie. That's not truth. And then I would say it, and they would ask me about how do you know what is the truth? And I would say the truth, but then they would ask me, how did I know? And I didn't know how I knew. I just knew in every fiber of my being felt that was not true. That's not the truth that you were telling us. Or that's a half truth. That's not how it's supposed to be. I just always knew, but I had no proof. And now in the era of information, and now that all this occult, hidden knowledge is more available, I could verify my truths. Same with all the modalities that I was led to. What I discovered was that I was on a quest, a journey of remembrance. We are here, all here, on a journey of remembrance. Follow your nudges, your instinct, your heart, then tells you to look up something, pay more attention to something. But for that, you have to open your mind and be willing to follow your nudges and see what you will find. And I usually, everything I found was like, oh, I know that. But how do I know that? I've never heard about this. But I don't, oh, I would be doing all that. A lot of modalities, healing modalities, because I'm a self healer. I heal myself. And with the gifts that I have, I can heal others. But I had to heal myself to discover my truths and how things work. And then I would do something and I would be like, what is this that I'm doing? And because I was asking the question, my guides, source, ancestors would guide me to something that already existed in the 3D so I could see or read about it, what it is that I was doing. And I was like, oh, but that everything, Reiki, also, I was healing myself and I was, what is this? And I was led to Reiki and I was like, oh, okay, energy healing. Huh. But in this 3D, and that's the thing also, every modality, every healing thing that you are guided to is for you. It's for you to heal you, not for you to take on and try to heal the world. Because that's what I was doing also. Everything that I was guided to, I was like, oh my God. Or everything that I discovered, oh my God, it's limited autism belief in programs. And I would try to share it with everybody and try to explain it to everybody. And everybody would look at me at like, oh, here's Danielle again with her shenanigans. Because they didn't understand. Why? Because it wasn't for them. They are on their own journey. Everybody's here on their own journey. You are not here to save people. You are not here to help people. You are helping by just being you. Heal you. Then your gifts come online because you heal your heart. You connect with Source, and Source will use you as the vessel that you were meant through for it to channel through into this world and experience this world to the fullest with all your gifts and all your blessings that you were created with, to be an example to show others how it can be done. That thing that you is specifically for you. So everything I discovered, I was running into the world and taking lessons and courses and trying to heal people while it were modalities to heal myself. Well, that also will slow you down because you're sharing and trying to convince people who are not there for you to be convinced. You don't have to convince anybody of anything. You just have to do you. And when you do you and people see you doing you, eventually, and they see that it's working, eventually they will come to you and ask you, how did you do that? And then you can share your information with them on how you did that. And if there's a lot of people coming to ask you how you did that, now maybe now you can write a course or give a workshop or a masterclass about how you did that, how you got from A to B. So if you are here also like me, I've stopped after I found everything, but I know everything that will be coming now. I will not be trying to share with everybody just because I will just use it to heal myself. And when it works, I yeah, if somebody needs it, they will know how to find me because they will be drawn to me. Maybe through these videos. I don't know. But that's also a message that I heard I needed to bring through. So it's for someone that you are here to heal you. Choose you. Experience the 3D to the fullest by following your heart, what excites and ignites you. And live. Oh, I heard I forgot to talk about the angels and demons. Demons. I talked about it a little bit, but I was just trying to. Okay, a little piece about the angels and demons also, because he told me that it wasn't clear enough apparently. Light and dark, angels and demons, it's all within you. The shadow and your light consciousness. Angels, when the angels would accept. Okay. Mm. Thank you. Um, the light and the shadow. You have the light. And when it came down here, it creates a shadow. But the light isn't aware of its shadow because it can't see its shadow. And that shadow came to part when that light, when it came down and got brainwashed, it got traumatized. That's how the shadow was made. But because this light is not aware of its shadow, it's aware of it, but it doesn't know that it's itself, a trauma piece of itself, it's fighting that demon. Oh, that's why I had to tell this, because it goes back to that fight between you. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Wow. Okay. And it fights itself because the light, the angel, isn't aware that the demon is a fragmented part of itself. And that's what we don't realize also, that the demons that we are fighting are ourselves. The demons that we are running from are ourselves, because it's the fragmented parts of our soul, and our soul is light. It's light. Source light, because that's what I said. It's light. And when you get traumatized, and you get traumatized to a point that the soul has to fragment, it has to split up, split that part, because it's so traumatized that it would not be able to move on if it did not split off and quarantined that part of itself. And that is your shadow, that are the demons that get set off. But the thing is, the trauma and the shadow parts, they get in contact with the lower vibration entities that are here, that can link up or get stuck to that shadow part, and use that shadow part to traumatize more. Oh, damn it. No, hope it's nothing. So when you would be able to see in the astral, or in the astral, yeah, the astral and the spiritual world, an angel fighting a demon, you would see that that demon is like being projected from the body of the angel when they're fighting, not realizing they're fighting themselves. Because this war, not cause, so this war that you are fighting within, that you're fighting with the world, is not with the world or the people around you or the situation that you are fighting against. It's you are fighting against yourself. It's you versus you. It's your higher conscious versus your lower conscious, your subconscious. It's your light versus your darkness. It's your angels versus your demons. So now that you know this, you will realize, oh, those demons are not that scared. And even though if it's our demons from darkness, because you always also got spiritual warfare, it's not like you're just fighting yourself, you're fighting other entities, other beings also. Especially as a generational curse breaker, you know what I'm talking about. You are also under spiritual attack. Like it's light magic and dark magic. And the powers that be use a lot of dark magic. Let's keep it at that. So you're fighting that also. But even those demons, those are real demons. But even those I befriended. I healed them also. Those that were attacking me were sent to me, because yeah, people will be sending you demons too. I befriended them. I got to know their name. I healed them, because all that they are also are just misunderstood. Just want to be loved. Just want to be seen. Just want to be accepted. So I got the devil working for me now. I got him on a leash. So when you get past fear, you win at life. That's the message for today. It's been more than an hour here. I hope it's a little bit clearer. If you made it to this far, I would like you to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I will be here talking about this kind of stuff more. I will be sharing my brain concoctions with you, and maybe comment if you want to. Just know I am always rooting for you. You got this, and I love you all so much. If there can be hate for no reason, I can love for no reason. I do not have to know you, but I feel you. I heard other content creators say that I feel your energy, and I feel it. It's this collective that I'm tapping in and sharing this with, my collective, because y'all feel like me. Finally, thank you. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.